Do you wonder if God is working in your life? Do you wonder if he hears you? Do you wonder if he places you in situations or circumstances where you're needed? I want to tell you a story about what I witnessed today and just how God moved me in my life. So we went to church, and the church that we go to is doing this series where they use a movie. It's called At the Movies, and they use a movie and they tie a biblical message to the movie. And it's always packed. It's like one of the most attended series of our church in July, which that's really unheard of because there's vacation, and so it's a really powerful series. And so it's really packed. And in front of us, there was one open spot. And so the music starts and we're worshiping, and a young gentleman, I would say he was maybe in his early 20s, or he could have even been in his late teens, like 19, 18. He comes in, he's wearing a hat. He comes in and he taps the person that was right in front of us and asks if this seat is taken. It's just one seat. There's all kinds of other seats where he could have just sat and not sat by anybody, but he chose this seat. And the person's like, yeah, go ahead and sit down. And he takes off his hat. We don't require anyone. The church doesn't require to take anyone to take their hat off, but he did. He took off his hat, and then he was very involved in the worship, the singing. I could tell that he was singing. He was moving back and forth. He put his hand up at one time, which when I see a young man do that, it just warms my heart, because I would love to see my own children do that. I don't even do that. I don't even raise my hands in worship. It's just, I'm not there yet. I can't explain it, but to see that in somebody was just very moving to me. And so the message goes on, and it's a great message, and I'm just watching. There's 3 screens, so there's a screen over here, a screen in the middle, and a screen on the other side. We're on the left section, and it's just talking about being broken and blessing others and looking within yourself and how you can help others. Like sometimes your brokenness can help others, and just how God uses you. And there was just a lot of like moments that spoke to me, and I did get teary-eyed, but I don't know how I noticed it. But as the movie went on, or the message went on, I noticed the gentleman in front of me. He was just wiping his eye. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get teary-eyed talking about it. He was just wiping his eyes. He's wiping his eyes. And then I would see like taking his sleeve, and he was just like, it's like he had a runny nose, and he was just wiping his nose, and he was wiping his tears, and he was wiping, and you just knew, it just felt like he was going through something, and it was very heavy. And then I couldn't stop noticing like God was working in my heart to be like, pray for this young adult, and who's here by himself. And okay, get it together. And so the message went on, and so then at the end, you're praying, and your eyes are closed, and you're praying, and they ask around. The pastor says, "Does anyone want to give their life to Christ?" And so usually you keep your eyes closed, and people are raising their hands, and the pastor's like, "I have this person over here. I have this person here over here. I have this person over here." There was quite a few today, and then I thought they were done, and so I opened my eyes, and they said, "Is this is anyone else? Anyone else? This is your moment." And the kid that was in front of me was still wiping his face, and he put his hand up, and it's just so powerful to see someone like understand that they need Christ in their life, and they're going through some stuff, because I've been there. I've been going through some stuff where the only person you think you have is Christ that can understand. And he put his hand up, and the pastor's like, "I got you over here," and he's still like wiping his eyes. And the service ended, and I just tapped him on the shoulder, and I said, can I give you a hug?" And he's like, "Yes." And so I gave him a hug, and he said, "Thank you so." I'm really emotional. He said, "Thank you so much." Thank you so much. My point to this is, if you're not living in the present, if you're so busy and so self-involved, like we all, I'm not saying I'm not, but if we don't take the time to be present and to see the people around us, we're going to miss opportunities like this, where people need someone, where people are hurting.
and they don't feel seen or they don't feel heard. And I guess that's where I feel called to talk to you today, is to try and just brighten someone's day by saying hello or how are you? You look nice today, or whatever it is. But I just felt so moved by this gentleman who I have no idea what's going on in his life. But it was just so heavy on my heart. And I've never said to somebody, a stranger that I haven't even talked to, can I give you a hug? And just the way that he hugged me, like it was a hug, it was a big hug. And he said, thank you so much. Okay, I've gone on long enough, but that's my message for you today, is just be present and ask God how he can use you. This kid, this young gentleman, he inspired me. I can't even tell you how, but I just feel so inspired, and I feel so thankful to want to be closer to God and to share God's message and his truth to everybody. This got a little long, so we're going to end this today. You know I love you, and I hope you have a great day.